Counter-Strike 2 has just come out, and we have already discovered some new mechanics that are going to influence the way the meta works inside of this game. And today I want to prepare you to play like a pro so that you can dominate in your matchmaking games, your face-it games, your team matches, and make sure you are playing at the tip-top level. So let's get right into this new mechanic, and that is going to be the way smokes work in this game. So one thing I noticed from the beta compared to how the smokes work now is the smokes are a lot smaller than in the beta. In the beta, they were giant, like they filled the whole entire sky, right? And at first, I thought that this was just, a change to the smokes. They're not going to be any different now. They're just going to look different compared to CSGO. But the more we dove into it, the more we realized that these smokes are actually kind of busted. Like they're kind of broken. And I'm just going to show you exactly what I mean, right? So when we smoke off, say, lane side here, just throw a smoke down, it rises pretty normally, right? Doesn't look too bad. And obviously in CS2 you can now shoot through the edges of the smoke, make yourself a nice little opening to see information that's going on the back wall. You can see if someone's sneaking behind it. Same thing with our side, right? We drop a smoke down here, pretty normal, right? That fills up high, right? See, that fills up high. That's different. But let's take a look at what happens when we drop a smoke down from an elevated position. So if you actually can get a smoke to land somewhere, say like on the roof like that, look at that. That is just crazy. Look how high that is, right? So I've noticed with these smokes, if they're landing in an elevated position with empty space below it, the smokes will do everything they can to expand downwards, right? So you can really use this to your advantage. Just look at something as busted as a smoke like this, where it lands right there, right? Look at this. Like, what? Bro, that thing expands everywhere. And you can use this as like a crazy defensive smoke. Now, one thing I've realized with this though is with these giant expanded smokes, it seems like you can spam through them easier since there's less smoke per like area, right? So it's very easy to spam, but it's just like, they're massive, right? Because they start up top and then they drop all the way down. So I think these smokes are stronger because it's like harder to spam through these parts of it, right? You can still see through it, don't get me wrong, but it's much more brief and it's harder to get information through it. But when you have an elevated smoke like that, it makes it really effective. So I mean, you could just play around in a server and find what smokes are broken, what smokes are going to be the new meta, because they seem to want to expand downwards, right? When you throw a smoke, they want to go down as far as possible. Porch is a great example, like I showed you. Like, I don't know what happens when we throw a smoke up here. You can just get in a server and test this out. Like, what the heck? My game almost crashed from that. What the heck? It's just weird. And guys, if you don't know how to make a practice server to test this out, I made a video. You should check it out. Learn how to set up your own practice server so you can throw nades around and see that kind of stuff, because this is how you learn. This is how you get better, right? Like, we can just theory craft. Like, if I'm on the T side, what happens when I learn a smoke lineup that lands there? Boom, that's perfect, right? On T side, it can be beneficial to smoke off half wall from outside spawn. So maybe we can learn a lineup that goes over the roof here. Okay, maybe not. This map is much different. I'm sure someone will figure it out, though. I'm sure people are so smart. It bounces off this roof and lands on half wall. I guarantee you someone will have that, because look at that. That is incredible. Nobody can boost up there. No one can be here. And, it's the same thing with the new CT smoke, right? So at first, people were just throwing a normal smoke like this. What's the problem with that? Someone can just be boosted up here and see everything, right? They can see you as you're running in, and it makes it really hard on your exec to deal with that, because now you have a crossfire from a guy up there and a guy back site, right? They're just going to mow you down. They're going to destroy you playing one of these setups, right? This one's probably the best, where you're like here. So what did people do? They found a smoke that bounced off of this and landed all the way up here on top of half wall, right? Now look at it. See how that is so much better? When you're standing in here, you have less vision now. And obviously you can still spam. It's not perfect. But look at just how the difference is. The meta is going to be completely different. Do not fall behind. Do not get caught lacking, because this is good for both CT and T side, right? This isn't just a T side change. You have to experiment, but I'm sure there's so much you can do with just smokes landing in elevated positions and filling, right? And filling, you can create these defensive smokes that give you a lot more space now, right? Because on CT side, having a giant smoke will be nothing but beneficial to you, because it's going to create more chaos. It's going to create a lot more like randomness as far as like their T side executes and stuff. Like, having these giant smokes is going to be so good for you. Like, what is this? This is weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I like it, but like, it's so interesting that this mechanic's in the game. So get into your own practice server, try this out. Let me know if you find any busted smokes. Join my Discord and submit them. I want to watch all these busted smokes and see, you know, all the craziness that's in there, because it truly is just a weird broken mechanic in my opinion. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Check out the rest of my informational tips and tricks from a professional player, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.